Hello, students. Let me help you with your practice problems. This is Unit 8.1.2 Practice. The directions say, each of the 6 cards shows a shape. Which pair of cards shows a shape and its image after a rotation? Okay, we're looking for a shape and its image after a rotation. Well, let's look at number 1 and 4. Does that look like a rotation? It's the same shape. If I were to rotate this clockwise, then it would be kind of laying down like this. Yes, that looks like a shape and its rotation. Let's double check some others. How about 2 and 6? Do they show a shape and its rotation? I don't think so. It just slid down. How about 5 and 3? Is that a shape and its rotation? Well, if 3 were to rotate around this center of rotation, maybe clockwise, then this bottom would be down here and it'd be kind of pointing to the left. But this one is pointing to the right, so it's not a rotation. Not that one. Okay, let's type in our answer. It looks to me that 1 and 4 show a shape and its rotation. Let me write that in. 1 and 4 show a shape and its rotation. Let's keep going. Okay, next. Each of the 6 cards shows a shape. Which pair of cards shows a shape and its image after a reflection? Right here it says reflection. Okay, well, these are the same cards. We already know that 1 and 4 shows a rotation. 2 and 6 shows the shape sliding down. But look at 3 and 5. It's as if there's a line of symmetry here, and this shape gets reflected there. It looks like 5 is the reflection of 3. So let me type in my answer really quickly. 5 is the reflection of 3. And I have a spelling error. Let me fix that. Reflection. That's better. Okay, I'll keep going. The directions say, the 5 frames show a shape's different positions. Describe how the shape moves to get from its position in each frame to the next. Okay, so from 1 to 2, it looks like the shape is just sliding to the right. And from 2 to 3, I see a rotation clockwise and it slides up. And from 3 to 4, it looks like the shape has slid to the left. And then from 4 to 5, the shape has rotated 180 degrees and slid down. Let me type that in. So from 1 to 2, I see that the shape has slid to the right. And from 2 to 3, it has rotated 180 degrees and slid up. From 3 to 4, the shape has slid to the left. And from 4 to 5, the shape has rotated again in 180 degrees and slid down. I put commas in between each frame that I'm talking about. Look again. I wrote slid to the right, comma, rotated 180 degrees and slid up, comma, slid to the left, comma, shape has rotated, let me fix my spelling, 180 degrees, comma, and slid down. Let me take away that comma because that was the same step. There we go. I have commas in between the steps. Next part. The rectangle seen in frame 1 is rotated to a new position seen in frame 2. Okay. Select all the ways the rectangle could have been rotated to get from frame 1 to frame 2. Okay, how could this have been rotated to get to frame 1 to frame 2? Let me read the choices. 40 degrees clockwise, 40 degrees counterclockwise, 90 degrees clockwise, 90 degrees counterclockwise, 140 degrees clockwise, 140 degrees counterclockwise. All right, do you remember the degrees I showed you last time? Remember, if this is your starting point, let me get a different color here. If you're starting here, then this would be about 45 degrees. Straight up and down is 90 degrees. Straight to the left is 180 degrees. Straight down is 270 degrees. And if you go all the way back to your starting point, that is 360 degrees. Okay, let's look at these. 40 degrees clockwise. That's the same direction as a clock. So if this were to rotate 40 degrees clockwise, I can imagine my axis right here. And I'll draw something like that. There we go. So this is going to be my center of rotation, I guess. Okay, let me rotate this 40 degrees clockwise. Well, I can go 40 degrees down. And it's easy to estimate 40 degrees. Let me change colors. I'll show you how. How about some red? There. Okay, so if this is 0 degrees, and then this is like 90 degrees down, halfway between there is 45 degrees. So a little bit less than that would be 40 degrees. If I rotate this bottom line down, I'll get a new color. Some hot pink. That sounds good, right? And let me get my size a little bigger. So if I take this bottom part here, and I draw it again at 40 degrees clockwise, it's going to be down here, like that. So that is a 40 degree clockwise rotation. Do they look the same? I don't think so. No. So 40 degrees clockwise? No, I don't think so. All right. What about 40 degrees counterclockwise? Well, hold on. Let me erase all of this. Just a second. I'll start again. Oh, it came back. I don't know why. Hold on. It's my first time using this new drawing extension. And I have this pen tablet. So I'm still getting used to my equipment. I think I didn't pick up the pen, so when I went off the screen, it discounted my erasing. Okay, let me get back to it. So I'm going to draw my axis again. It kind of got wide on me. Okay, 40 degrees counterclockwise. So if this is 45 degrees, then 40 degrees is just a little under there. Now let me change colors and I'll draw my box again. How about some light blue? So now this bottom line is going to go up 40 degrees, and I estimate that's about here. And now I'll draw my rectangle. Something like that. Hey, they look the same. Don't you think so? So 40 degrees counterclockwise rotation? Yes, I think so. Let's look at the next one. A 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, if this is 45 degrees, then 90 degrees would be if this bottom line came all the way up. Let me change colors to draw that in. Okay, and then what was that again? Clockwise or counterclockwise? 90 degrees clockwise. Oh, I need to go down. My mistake. So 90 degrees clockwise goes all the way down like that. So this bottom of the shape now is drawn down here. And I'll draw my shape in. Do those look the same? No, it could not have been rotated 90 degrees clockwise to get to this end point. No, it couldn't. So no. What about 90 degrees counterclockwise? Well, as I was about to show, that's if this bottom line comes all the way up to here. So there, that is 90 degrees counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. That could not be the case here. This result is not from a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation. We can see that. So I'm going to X that out. Okay, what about a 140 degree clockwise rotation? Let me erase what I've got here. Let me erase all this so I can try some more angles. Maybe I can erase faster with my finger. I have a touch screen. That's a little faster. A little. Not much. I better practice more with this program. Maybe there's one button that erases everything. Let me try this X right here. Oh, wow. Great. I'll just get that back up. Oh, it didn't erase everything. It just closed the program. Okay. Can I select it and erase? Nope, that's not good. Sorry guys, I'll practice more. Okay, so we're going to try 140 degree rotation. I'm going to start with drawing my axis. Get my pencil tool. And what color should we use for my axis? How about red? This kind of dark red. Okay, so I'm going to put my axis right here so that that corner is on my center of rotation. And it says 140 degrees clockwise. Okay, so this is 90 degrees. And this is 180. Let me write that here. Okay, so if I'm going clockwise, then this is 90 degrees. This is 180. Well, what is this measurement here? Half of 90 and 180 is 45. Because this is a 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees here. Remember that this is just 90 degrees? So half of that is 45 degrees. So this angle is 135 degrees. You can do a little math and know that halfway between 90 and 180 is 135 degrees. So 140 must be just a little more than that, just a little more. It doesn't have to be a perfect drawing. I'm just kind of estimating so that I can get my answers. Okay, let's rotate it. This bottom part of the shape now is going to be drawn all the way over here. I want to make my line a little bigger. There we go, right there. And it's a rectangle, so I'll just draw that rectangle now. What do you know? Yes, they look the same, don't they? Or my drawing is not to scale, but they are going the same direction. This side of the shape and this side of the shape seem to be parallel. So I say yes, 140 degrees clockwise does give me the same shape. If you rotate it, then the new position is 140 degrees clockwise, as we see. Next, 140 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, let me try that. I'm going to get my eraser and try to erase quickly. Get rid of this old shape here. And I'm going to do it real fast again in the other direction. Get my pencil. And I'll draw my axis here. Okay, so same, oops. It's not easy to use this pen tool. It kind of slides all over my screen. Okay, so if I draw, let's see, this is 90 degrees, this is 180, that stayed the same. Halfway between 90 and 80, 180, that's 45 degrees. So then this would be 135, because 90 plus 45 is 135. A little more than that is going to be 140. So this line here, which was at my 0 position, it's going to move all the way over there. Let me change my color to show you. This line on the shape is now over here at 140 degrees. So the shape is going to look like that. There is 140 degree rotation, but they do not look the same. So could you rotate this shape in 140 degrees counterclockwise to get this? No, you can't. Let's exit out. Okay, good job. Let me check my answers now. Let's see how I did. Good. Okay, I'll check your answers when you're ready. Yep, I got those right. Good job to me. You can see the little X's that the computer put in. All right, guys, why don't you give it a try now? Do your practice problems.